shit stains. Oh boy. So, happy birthday, Jesus. Let's see how important to the trolls I am. Whether they're here on Jesus Day or not. We already got our like before we got a view. That, well, it was cool. It was here for a second. It's gone now. Now we have 2 likes and 2 views. Right on. Like, share, sub. Help out. Scary right now, right? Like it's Christmas. I feel so non-Christmassy. Like it just feels so like almost wrong. Mm-hmm. We're celebrating opulence and we're celebrating, you know, some ideals that we say we believe, but then we're all witness to genocide taking place and we don't say anything. The Israelis are committing genocide right now. They're murdering women, children, men. And they got you dancing around fucking Christmas tree. Yay, it's a Christmas tree. It's pretty disgusting. It really is. It's like the same, you know, my millionaire friends don't like me very much because I flat out tell them all the time, like, how can you be a millionaire? You have so much money that it doesn't much matter, right? Like once you're at that millionaire status, if you're smart, you're never going to go poor. But I always, you know, all you millionaires out there, why aren't you investing in someone like me? You'll make your money back. I mean, look at my numbers. Imagine what I could do with proper funding, considering I can break the fucking bank without it. You know. So I asked these people, you know, what are you doing? How do you sleep at night? How do you know there's genocide happening? And you're just like, oh well, as long as I got mine, I got a fun Christmas present. We went on a family trip. Yeah, we had fun. Strange, man. I feel guilty. I feel like, you know, I feel bad. I don't feel right. And there's just so much happening. So many distractions are happening. Plane crashes and, you know, shootings and just all this stuff. And it's really disgusting. I mean, of course the dumb J is the first one here. Not even 5 minutes in and the dumb J's like, oh, Guy, I'm here. I love you. Please tell the truth about how disgusting our people are. Please. Disgusting, unshowered piece of shit people. I've been on lots. Right. So it's pretty funny to think that within 5 minutes, somebody is here to tell me that they've been on submarines. That just never. It's like these Jays are just so stupid. It really is amazing how stupid they are that they think that this makes sense. And again, it's like the stupid Jay that's the first one here to tell me how pathetic I am, yet he's going to watch me every day, just dangling from my nuts. You know, it's like, how are we losing to such stupid people? I get that they're ruthless. I get that they're fucking murderous. But never ready to debate. You're not going to say anything, dumbass. So it doesn't really matter. You've got nothing to say. I don't worry about people like you because you have nothing to say. Oh, I'm giving you 5 minutes. Right. You'll be here every day for hours on end like you always are. And it's just that. It's like, just look, this is the type of nonsense that they give. So when I stop paying attention and I start ignoring them, you understand why. The people that are willing to say anything just to get attention, they have no credibility. Huh? Of course. I'm gonna live. Yeah, you got a life. That's why you're on my feed every day for hours at a time. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning, and you're on my shit because you have such a good life. Dumb Jay. And I just appreciate it. I do. I appreciate the example, consistently proving to you guys. I already know. I already know all this stuff. But there's people out there watching that still need proof, and you provide them the proof. People ask yourself, who's going to do that? What regular people are going to do that? Regular people with a wife and kids and all that shit. It's Christmas morning and they're looking for something they hate. Pretty fucking silly. But I gotta, we have to start looking at all of it. Like it's about to be 2025. The dumpster's about to take over.
Oh my God, shush. Fuck.
Like I just wonder how long it's gonna take before, if the chimpanzees even realize they've been duped. I doubt it. I mean, when gas prices and food prices and all that shit aren't cut in half, no.
Might be on Ion.
It's not. It's on TNT. TNT or TBS gets the full.
Ion Plus, not 31.1, 31.4.
TNT gets the full, or I think they have the rights to it. I mean, I would imagine it's pretty powerful at this point. To show the same. Yeah, no. They're going to show the same one over and over. Take a shower. Yeah.
What?
I guess you like your dudes to be more clean shaven and nice haircut. Is that how you like your dudes? I mean, I just, there's nothing else that we should be talking about. Unless the conversation is exposing or pointing to these dumb Jays, we're wasting time. They have us distracted by so many things that don't matter.
Make your beds, brush your teeth.
They already did. What?
Look for the guys he threw.
Look for the guys he threw.
A black nutcracker. It's her.
I don't care.
It's cool. I mean, it's ugly, but it's
No one believes nothing you say. No one believes nothing you say. So everyone believes everything I say? What? I mean, again, so stupid. And if you don't believe what I say when I'm reading you the narrative we're supposed to have, that just proves more stupidity. I'm not lying about the Samson option. I'm not lying about Team Jorge. If I am, by all means, please explain it. Please explain it. Worst dad. If I was the worst dad, then how did I get this? Yeah, sorry. Oh, and that one.
And that up there, the
Sorry.
square.
Hmm?
Sure. The square next to
Oh, yep. And then I got this one too. Not everybody just gets these, These take you gotta go through a committee.
Nope.
You guys want to see something crazy and disgusting? Look at this piece of shit. Look at this.
Dad, please tell me the guy that he threw.
Nathan, I shouldn't even have to say this, right? Just do what you're supposed to do, man. Nathan. Nathan. Stop, Nick. You're not making anything better. Nathan. Just do it, man.
Why'd you hold the blankets on
Nathan, stop. Nathan, go find it or you're in your room. Okay, so we have, what is this? The Schottenstein edition of the Talmud Bavli. This is crazy. This shit is so crazy and stupid. The stupidity in here, I would never read this. It's just such brainwashing nonsense. But that's the book that says that the Jays are allowed to rape children as long as they're 3 years and 1 day old. You know, the Talmud is disgusting. And you'll see that the dumb Jays on here, they're not going to deny it. They're just going to talk shit because somebody's talking shit about their thing. But there's no way, nobody can sit here and tell you why the Talmud is beautiful and good. Nobody's going to sit here and tell you why the chosen, should be respected and all that. What? What? All right, Nate, just go hang out in your room. When Yaya and Papa come, you can come for when they're here, but then you'll just be in your room for the day. You didn't hear me? Oh, I said go hang out in your room. When Yaya and Papa come, you can hang out, but then afterward, you can go back to your room for the day. If you're not going to help, then you don't, Oh, that's funny then. Ha 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 ha. Super funny. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Stop it.
Kevin, it's already been over 5 minutes. You're still here. See, you're a lying piece of shit. Like always. Oh. We did Christmas yesterday. We looked up Christmas, at least to some degree. We got into it a little bit, but there's a lot more to the story than we're allowed to. Oh, that didn't work. Christmas. Actually what we were talking about yesterday was Hanukkah, now that I think about it. Let's look up Hanukkah.
Stop it.
Look up the Maccabees. You know what? I think we had closed that chapter actually. Yeah, that's what happened, yes. We actually figured it out. The whole idea of Hanukkah is to celebrate the cutting and sucking of baby penises. The Hanukkah narrative is disgusting, and people just don't understand it. Oh, by the way, I got somebody else that's going to have me on one of their podcasts here in the next few days. So I'll keep you guys informed on that. But
You gotta put your Christmas jammies on.
I definitely will. So yeah, I don't need to talk about Hanukkah anymore because we fucking ended it. We proved it yesterday. How many of you guys know that, man? I mean, these are disgusting people. It's funny because I'm watching my wife go through it too. Right? She's getting to this point where, and this is what happens. When you finally see the head of the monster, the tentacles lose interest. You see the futility in arguing about the tentacle this way or that way, knowing that if you could cut the tentacle off, it would just grow back. Chances are you wouldn't be able to anyway, but
Oh shit.
so I'm watching my wife struggle with this whole thing too, where it's like somebody will want to say this or they want it, but they just don't understand. Like our friend Daisy was here, and she, I don't. Again, I'm not sure what.
He's gonna eventually go to be a she. So
Okay,
you
so
might as well get
she,
used to
right?
it.
Okay, so she is very smart and knows a lot of surface level shit. But when you start talking to her and she starts trying to make points, you know, it's like it's interesting to watch my wife be like, no, see, but I hear what you're saying, but you don't understand that what you're saying is what you're supposed to say. You think that you have cracked some sort of code. You think you're seeing something that most people aren't. And in some chances, maybe you are. Some cases, maybe you are. But you're also being duped and you just don't realize it. You know, your whole, the whole thing, the whole story that you have is designed to make you think certain ways. You know, you're supposed to think this, you're supposed to think that, and you often do. You know, you think exactly how you're supposed to think, and that narrative is there to ensure it's not about you. It's not about your well-being. It's about keeping the Jays in power, keeping them in control, and you know, until you understand that, you're like swimming upstream, wondering why is this so hard. You know, when you understand that, like, you know, the whole thing about, well, the history of this, the history of that, the narrative of this, whatever, understanding that those are just narratives given to you. And they're all given to us by the same people who use that to keep us from looking at them. It's overwhelming. You know, because people are just, when we're scared and we're stupid, we're easy to control. And you know, these are disgusting people. Have you ever been on like a bus or a train or something, or a plane, and had one of them next to you? Oh my God, it's disgusting. They smell so fucking bad. And they do it on purpose. They want to be offensive. You know, they want the dumb goyim to be offended by their stench. And they're just disgusting. I mean, I just, you know, anybody who thinks that you're born special, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how you live your life or how you treat people, you're just special. It's amazing. And you're just, you know, you're like, most people are in this position where they like believe that they're doing the good thing. It's like when white people think they're not racist because they refuse to say nigger. You know, that doesn't make you, that actually, the idea that you think that word only belongs to black people and you won't say it means you give it more power than it should have. But that's, you know, that's the brainwash. You know, if you tell yourself, well, I don't say that word and I get mad at people that do because I'm the good guy. And that's all you need. That's all you need to do is tell yourself you're the good guy. And, you know, It's not like you're going to look into it. It's not like you're going to try to figure it out. You're just going to follow the what makes you feel better. That self-preservation, that self pick-me-up. We all just want to feel better. And most of the time, what makes you feel better is putting your head in the sand. He's trying not to see all the atrocities going on. Again, there are trolls on here that'll be here for every time I go live, days on end. That I flat out call pedophiles, and they don't deny it. Stop. And it's like, what kind of sick fucking people are we? If you're a pedo, like I should be allowed to just beat you into the ground. If accused of being a pedo and you don't deny it and all that, that's guilt. That's an admission of guilt. And you see this consistently with the same group that, look at their book. Look at their beliefs. Look at how they treat people. Is it any wonder that their whole thing is full of pedophilia? When your book says you're allowed to violate a girl as long as she's 3 years and 1 day old, and all your only responsibility is to pay the full dowry, who does that? Who knows that that's the rules to their thing, and they go, that sign me up. It's the same thing as the moil. Who knows that your job is going to be to cut and suck baby penises, and you're like, fuck yeah, that's the job for me. Like, you have to be sick. Just like you have to be fucked up to go into the military. If you go into the military, you're fucking crazy. And you're probably a racist, and you're probably a touch of a psycho. Like, you would know at this point in life, you know that if you join the military, there's a good chance you're going to end up going and killing brown people somewhere. If you know that and you still sign up, you got a touch of the psycho in there. And it's let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic about all of it. If there's anything that's wrong, anything that we're not, that we're not looking at honestly, we're doing the opposite of what we should be doing. If we're just, it's like if you're walking on the street and you see some kid getting assaulted by an adult and you just watch that shit, you're just as guilty. You know what? I'd be willing to bet, as of this morning, Israel has done some really awful shit. So let's look up. Let's put Israel into the Google machine, and we'll click on the news feature, and we'll see what they have to say. When you enter Gaza, you are God inside the minds of IDF soldiers who commit war crimes. This is the first one, and this is by the Haaretz, whatever. So let's just see. Opinion piece by Yoel Eliezer. When you leave Israel and enter Gaza, you are God inside the minds of IDF soldiers who commit war crimes. As a psychologist dealing with the brutality in the military, I see how the government rhetoric of hatred is worsening the problem. Concern for the safety of family members serving in the army is part of the family life in Israel. Right. That's it. That's what the big concern is. And then, of course, you can't read anymore. They let you read that little bit. What? How Trump and the GOP plan to dismantle Palestine. I wish I would have seen that before I clicked it again. Hannah Katzir, Israeli hostage survivor who spent 49 days in captivity, has died. Oh, which one is that? No, because she was released on the 50th day. We didn't see this one before. Israeli probe says army actions had influence on killing of 6 hostages by Hamas. Oh, right, because the hostages are still a thing. Listen to this. Reuters has Israeli military actions had influence on Hamas killing of 6 hostages, report lines. BBC says Israeli probe says army actions had influence on killing of 6 hostages by Hamas. Gosh, it's weird. It's almost like see, you have the Lebanon picture, right? And you're saying free Palestine. That just shows you how duped we are. Right? Free Palestine is the thing that we feel like we're allowed to say. So that's what we say. But you have the name of Lebanon. And Lebanon is like, Palestine is yesterday's story. Free Palestine is yesterday's story. Lebanon and Syria are today's story, tomorrow's story. And the reality is, it's not about free Palestine. It's not even about end Israel, because Israel is just the house. Doesn't matter who's inside what matters is who's inside the house. The house doesn't matter. So it's not about free Palestine. It's not about end Israel. It's about end Jayism. We shouldn't be okay with cults, with disgusting fucking cults. Incoherent rambling, right. You can't understand the words I'm saying, probably because I'm not going, right? Because then it makes sense. Gotta love that incoherent rambling when you're reading the narrative you're supposed to read. Because that's just how stupid they are. That's the best they can come up with. They don't have anything else. At least 23 people killed in Israeli attacks across Gaza in 24 hours. Let's see. Oh, here you go, because this is just nothing.
9 Palestinians from the same family have been killed by Israeli airstrikes.
9 Palestinians from the same family.
2 parents and their 5 children. Several others were wounded when a 4-story building was also hit. Civilians are digging through the rubble and recovering bodies.
Jesus
The
Christ.
number of dead is expected to rise. Israel also carried out attacks in the southern city of Khan Yunis, killing at least 4 people. 2 displaced Palestinians sheltering in a tent.
It's interesting how you're not going to hear these same stories about how Israel took losses here, Israel took losses there. Or if you do, it'll be these manufactured, a few more of the hostages that have been kept alive for well over a year and blah, blah, blah. And, they're suddenly dead. The hostages that Israel knows where all of them are and doesn't get them. Netanyahu said so, or not Netanyahu, Benny Gantz said so. Benny Gantz said that they know where most of the Israeli hostages are. They just don't go get them. It's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And then when they do those fake, where they rescue hostages, those fake stories where they rescue a hostage. By the way, I do want to say, I've been meaning to say, Jesse Hall, if any of you are friends with Jesse Hall, let him know he's a bitch. And he's a piece of shit. And he's fake. He's a fake truther. When the dude asks me, I keep talking about Israel when I know that's going to make like that said everything I needed to hear. You know, that was him showing his true colors. He just wants to make people happy, so he's not going to say anything that rocks the boat. And we should all be like tipping this fucking boat over. We can swim. Why shouldn't we rock the boat? Most of us can swim, and those that can't will help you. We'll save you if you can't swim. But we should be tipping this fucking boat over. Sorry, hang on a second. There's this commercial that keeps coming onto the TV. It's by the SPLC. They want people to join their cult, their organization to stand against hate. You realize how stupid that is? Hate is a 4-letter word that we accept Oh, I watch you every day, and even though you hate me because of religion, I think you're awesome. Well, too bad. I hate you. Your religion, your horrendous supremacist beliefs take any sort of chance of you and I ever even slightly getting along out of the question. You believe I'm goyim. And when you say that, if you're not a good enough person to leave that supremacy behind, I want nothing to do with you. You're a piece of shit. It's like you know, you're pedophiles, right? You're just pedos. You know, I come from a long line of pedos, and you know, my parents are pedos, and my uncles and stuff are pedos. So I don't want to denounce pedos, but I really like what you're saying. Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. Pedos are the worst. You all need to die. I would want nothing to do with you. Nothing. Nothing. I'd spit in your face if I had the opportunity. You people are disgusting. Disgusting, awful, awful people. Here, let's read about it. Israel is, yeah.
Tell Nick to help.
Talk to your mom. Israel has killed at least 23 Palestinians and injured 39 others across Gaza in the past 24 hours, according to the Enclave's health ministry. That's just the reported numbers. I mean, it's fucking silly to think that those reports could even be accurate. You know, how could you even possibly do accurate reports like that within 24 hours? Those numbers are going to skyrocket. Fuse News, FuseNet, a U.S.-created food crisis monitor, says a famine is unfolding in northern Gaza amid Israel's near total blockade of food supplies. It also warns that deaths from starvation could surpass famine levels as soon as next month. I mean, this is the part I just don't understand. Even Al Jazeera. Why are we acting like Israel is going to drop all these bombs? You know, these cowards are going to drop all these bombs from U.S.-made planes, U.S.-made bombs, to attempt to kill as many people as they possibly can, only to then let aid trucks come in and help those that survive. Like, why would they do that? There's so much of this narrative that we're given that's just stupid. And it's crazy. You know it's a one world system when nobody's calling it out. Of course Israel's going to kill all the aid trucks and whatnot. Their goal is murder. They're trying to murder. Famine is funny. There you go. A piece of shit, Jay. Don't worry. We'll do the same to you as soon as we can. As soon as everybody figures this out, we'll let you guys starve. You guys can have your Israel, and you can make the best of things. The best you can do it. You just get no more help. You want to separate yourself, you get to separate yourself. Why not? And we'll just let things go how they go. I have literally no sympathy for any of you. Any of you. I don't care if you're the sweetest old lady on the block. If you're not talking about we need to overthrow the Jays that control the narrative, look at what they're doing, the disgusting piece of shit Jay, you got to go. You have to go. What about the Catholic Church being pedos? Exactly. Exactly. Why does the Catholic Church all wear yarmulkes? Why do all the cardinals and high-ranking, Catholics all wear yarmulkes? Is it because Christianity comes from Second Temple Judaism? Yeah, that's why. And the pedos in the church keep getting away with it because the Jays that control the narrative want us looking there. That's a bad guy they want us focused on. Because think about how psychologically damaging that is to Christians, to Catholics, especially children. All the kids that consistently see even their parents, the people they love, knowing that this organization consistently violates children, and they're still being told to support it. That is some real fucked up shit. That I'm so glad I'm not a Christian Catholic, because that would fuck me up. At least I'm smart enough to see it and go, yeah, I'm not a part of that. That's fucking fucked up. But just remember, you Christians are the dumbest. They've literally made you the dumbest. So first of all, the big three, Christianity, Islam, and Jayism, they're all Abrahamic religions, meaning they all come from Abraham. They all come from the same source. And Abraham is the father of the Jay people. So that means whether you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, you're still a Jay slave and you just don't realize it. But at least with the Muslims, they give them the opportunity to be the best in their own religion. Right? In Islam, Muslims are the best. In Jayism, Jays are the best. When it comes to Christianity, Catholicism, it's the same shit. You guys think the bad guys in your Bible, which isn't Satan. Satan's not the main baddie in the Bible. Satan's not the big bad. The bad guys in the Bible who end up killing your Jesus, who kill God's son, God's only son, your Christian God's only son, and they look down on you. To this day, they think you Christians are stupid. You think the chosen, the Jays are your Christian God's chosen people. They killed his kid, but they are his chosen people. If that's not if you don't understand the stupidity in that fucking narrative, I don't know what to say to you. And it doesn't matter. Christian, Muslim, you're both the same stupid. It's just, I guess the Christians are dumber, but still Muslims are just as dumb. I had some Muslims on here that finally were brave enough to say something, right? And I asked them why are you a Muslim? Why do you believe in Islam? What is the proof that you've been given that make you not feel silly walking in a circle praying 6 times a day? And the guy said because the Quran is it's full of miracles. Really, full of miracles, thousands and thousands of miracles. So, I always point this out, but I don't get enough credit for this. I don't know the Quran. there could be something in that story that if I hear it, I'm going to be like, oh shit, I can't debunk that. So when I tell the guy, okay, give me one. Give me your best miracle out of that whole thousands of miracles. You give me the best one. I'm putting myself in a really dangerous position. You know, he says something that I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. Really? Well, that's pretty hard to deny. Like that, I run that risk. So when I say give me one, and this guy goes, I'm going to find the best one I can give him, I know the word man is mentioned 23 times, and the word woman is mentioned 23 times. And back then we didn't know about chromosomes, but now we know about chromosomes. So that's a miracle. And I'm like, what? That's a miracle? And he says, yeah, the word day is mentioned 365 times. The word month is mentioned 12 times. And you're just like, dude, these are miracles to you? That's all it takes to make you say miracle, act of God, hand, you know, the train was going down the tracks. It was going to run the person over. They were passed out on the tracks. And suddenly they wake up and the train's going by them because they're off the tracks. Something moved them off the tracks. That's a miracle. Silly choices? That's not a miracle. But look at these fucking idiots. No goals. My goal is to end Israel and kill all the pedos. What's your goal? I'd love to know what anybody who doesn't like what I'm doing, what your purpose is, what your goal is. You know, I'm proud of my anti-Semitism, but that's because I know what words mean. And just so we don't have any confusion here, let's source that real quick. So, oops, why does that happen every time? So we're gonna go Semitism definition. Okay. Merriam-Webster. Number 1A, Semitic character qualities. Number 1B, a characteristic feature of a Semitic language occurring in another language. And number 2, policy or predisposition favorable to the Jays. You see that? You see that? Why would anyone deserve favor? Anyone, let alone the worst people in the world. Understand what's happening. There's a reason why they don't say, that's anti-J. That's anti-J-ish. Why don't they say that? That's what they're implying. But it's because they don't care. They don't care if you support their bullshit. They don't care if you believe in their religious cult nonsense. They actually prefer that you go Christian. Because again, as a Christian, you don't belong to their group, you get no benefit from their group, but you think their group is top dog. They want nothing to do with you. They want you to be the dumb goyim that you are. I mean, again, look at the comments, people. All of you new people on here. By the way, like, share, sub if you're watching. If you give a shit. If you hate fucking genocide, like, share, and sub. If you hate slavery. If you think the Jays are awful, disgusting people, like, share, and sub. If you haven't figured it out yet, don't worry. We'll keep talking. You'll get it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But this is what I'm saying. Like, look at how you're manipulated. We all know who controls the media. It's so strange how, like, everything I'm saying, nothing I'm saying is, like, secret. You know? Yep, schizophrenia. I'm talking to voices, and I think there are people trying to get me. Yep, that's me. Schizophrenia. the same dumb bots saying the same dumb things because they can't deny what I'm saying. Like, these people are so angry that they're just like, if I were to screw up and get the date wrong, or, you know, did a math problem and got the math wrong, they'd be all over that. They're always looking for little things to try to catch me up on. So think about it. With everything I'm talking about, instead of debunking anything I'm saying, they're like, nice house, your hair's too long, like, does that make sense to you? I mean, I'm trying to speak to the intelligent non-bots that might be here. Sounds coherent, exactly. Well, this is the same, like, what is this, Black Palace music? I mean, if you're black, then you get it. Black people get it. Everybody gets it. That's what I'm saying. Again, we all know these narratives. We all know who controls the money. We all know who controls the government. We all know who controls Hollywood. We all make jokes about it. We all talk about it in closed circles and behind closed doors. But as soon as someone's like, hey, well, you know, the reason things are so fucked up is because they control it all. Shh, you're not allowed to say that. Shh, nobody ever even denies it. Because again, they've tricked you into thinking that saying this group has all the money, the power, and the control, that is somehow a slur. Think about how stupid that is. It's a slur to say that this group has money, power, and control. All the slurs that exist, all the horrible things that are said about all the different groups of people. The group that calls us Goyim. I mean, it's disgusting. You know, and this is the... Dude, just admit it, you're racist. I'm not talking about a race of people, you stupid fucking person. What?
There's a new one.
New one what?
AVGN Final Fantasy VI.
Sweet. We'll watch it later.
All right,
Thanks for waiting.
I will. No.
See if the bandmate will come in. I mean, this is the dumb shit they say. They can't debunk what's being said, so they throw out these... Do you remember when Kanye said what he said? And initially, like, again, we would... The only reason we know about Kanye is because they told us to focus on Kanye. None of us follow Kanye. Nobody waiting for the next thing Kanye tweets so we can get mad about it. No. They told us to focus on Kanye, so we did. And Kanye, immediately, there was a group called the Goyim Defense League that supposedly was on an overpass with some signs saying Kanye was right, yada, yada. And the system wasn't really sure how to handle this. Like, first of all, some random group on an overpass, you might not even see it. Like, if you're driving, you might not even... I wonder what that sign said. Kanye something? What? You don't know what's going on. Again, we don't know about it unless the J News tells us. But they immediately tried to say, you know, these white supremacist groups, Kanye is being associated with these white... It's Kanye West. Kanye. That's not even a stage name. That's his real name. Kanye West is a white supremacist, is associated with white supremacy. Do you realize how stupid they are? Do you realize how stupid they are? Like, that's they don't have anything else. They can't go, oh shit, black and white people are working together to expose shit we do. We can't have that. So they just go with the old standby. But of course, nobody ever talks about, like, why did we even know? You know, we don't ask the right questions. All of you concerned about the Trump shooting, right? Everybody that thinks this way or that way, has this opinion or that opinion. I only have one question. Trump said there were tens of thousands of people there, tens of thousands. Where are all the cell phone videos and live feeds from that shooting? There should be live camera shots or at least videos from every single direction. You know, people, it's 2024. People walk around with 2 cell phones. People go to those kinds of things and they go live and they make their videos because they piggyback off of other people's success. And I know my wife watches all of these dumbass NCIS shows and shit like that. And they show the reruns from back in the late, aughts, the early 2010s, somewhere's around there. And one of the technologies they often use on those shows is social media. Some sort of crime will take place in an area, heavily populated area, like a wharf or something like that. And they say that because so many people are there either taking videos or just posting pictures, that they can basically create a 3D model of the shooting. There'll be enough there that they can, they can create whatever they need to from that exact time and all that. And that was almost 20 years ago where they're talking about doing that. Probably around 20 years ago. 15, 20 years ago. So here we are in 2024. It's a Trump thing, and apparently nobody was live. Nobody was live. I mean, it's just so stupid to see these comments. I don't even know why. Like, if you wonder why I don't read the comments, just look at them. Look at how many people are just desperately begging for my attention. They desperately want my attention so bad that they're coming up with anything they can say to try to get me to, 1, stop talking about what I'm talking about, and 2, focus on their dumb shit. Hours. They spend hours doing this. The one douchebag said he was going to be here for 5 minutes. It's been an hour. And he's a pedo. He's a fucking pedo. A lot of these people are fucking pedos. A lot of these profiles, these bot profiles, they're Israeli pedos. That's why they're so mad at me. That's why they don't want me to succeed so badly, because they know. My first, if I was elected president, my very first order would be Israel is cut off and everyone with dual Israeli citizenship is immediately removed from government. Immediately. Why would any of you not be okay with that? Think about that. Why would any of you not be okay with that? Why would any of you hate that or oppose that idea? What did they do for us? Everybody will say shit like, Israel's our biggest ally. Da, 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 da. Since when? What have they ever done? Somebody tell me about some good stuff that Israel does so I can not be so fucking disgusted by them. I mean, look at this. Look at how the comment section, look at the responses I'm getting. They could easily, if there were good things they could point out about Israel, they would. Why wouldn't they? I'm saying, give me some good stuff Israel does, and they got nothing to say. Just like when you say, hey, do you guys hate pedos and think they should die. They have nothing to say. But this is your opportunity, right? I'm saying something. I'm making a claim that Israel doesn't do anything good and doesn't help out. And you could easily make me look stupid by saying, no, 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 they do this, they do that. You're lucky to have freedom of speech. Well, we have something like freedom of speech. We have something like freedom of speech. It's not real freedom of speech. But it's an illusion. The funny thing is like, again, when you look at like the whole PC movement, who's benefited from the PC movement? I mean, we all have in some degree to varying levels, but there's still a whole bunch of racism with black people, with people of color. Women still aren't treated equally. Gays still don't have equal rights. Who are the only people that have basically insulated themselves and they're protected by the PC bullshit because everybody believes we're not allowed to talk about them? We can talk about anything. We just can't talk about them. Honestly, you sound like an abuser. But, yeah, here you go. Yeah, I sound like an abuser. Sure do. All these abusive things I'm saying. Asking people where the videos are from the supposed shooting. Yeah, that's abusive. Thinking we should stop giving money to Israel so they can murder people. Yep. Oh, super abusive. Like, look at this desperate bullshit. Again, instead of actually addressing anything I'm saying, it's just this stupid shit. Like, how stupid are you? Don't you feel stupid? Don't you feel stupid knowing that somebody is saying, okay, hey, give me some information. Let me hear some facts. And you go, dude, I don't have any. So I'm just going to say, I don't like you. I don't like you. You ain't yourself, which is 2 words apparently. Look stupid the more you talk. I'm only in your chat because reading the comments and hearing you ramble, blah, 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 blah. Same. I'm delusional. Same. This guy wrote an entire paragraph about nothing. Instead of debunking a single thing I have to say, which, clearly he can talk. Nothing. Just has nothing to say. These are the people that voted for Kamala. I'm dumb enough to vote for Trump, so they must vote for the other side. God, it's so crazy. It's just so, it's like I'm this pro, and I'm on the basketball court, and I'm like, all right, who wants a game? And the only people stepping up are like, middle schoolers, 5 foot tall middle schoolers. I'm 7'2", and these are 5 foot tall middle schoolers, and they're like, we got game. We're gonna talking shit and stuff. It's just like, what are you even doing here? What are you even doing here? Like, why are you so far out of your league? It's just crazy. It's such crazy, crazy nonsense. And this is it. This is the best they can come up with. Ever. Like, it's the strangest shit, man. I can't wrap my head around the logic that's being used here. Like, there's just no logic involved. It's just stupidity. Like, it always is. And it's embarrassing.
Guys, stop it.
Right? It's embarrassing that people can be, like, these are the people that vote. These are the people that are outside, driving around in a car. that have guns. I have a gun, and you know, like I always see these First Amendment guys, and they'll walk around like the open carry people. Come on, that's the fight you want to fight?
Huh?
Everything that's going on right now, and you think the thing that we should be focusing on is whether you should walk around with a machine gun. But you know, the whole, like, I love the First Amendment guys. I really do. I watch a lot of them. Press NH Now, Direct D is the guy.
All right, well, this one's yours.
But I, you know, I can't help but look at it skeptically, like I do everything. And I can't help but ask, like, why YouTube allows something like that to exist when they're, you know, they're so quick to censor, they're so quick to block people for, you know, going against the rules, going against the system. So she said put it away, so you did it.
Nathan,
What?
Nathan, come here.
What?
Why did this Scotsman put ground beef on his meat?
I don't know.
He wanted it to be a burger joint.
Cool.
Oh, that black shell where you found my spoon.
No, I'll get it.
No,
I'll grab
straight
it.
at the top.
I'll get it.
Hey, can you grab my juice while you're in there?
Where is it?
Here's what?
The thing you need?
It's the green that you saw on my spoon.
Okay.
Why'd you just shove me? Where's my juice go? No. Nick, you just pushed me it. Fuck, man. Stop.
So now you're going to do the thing where you sit there and you pretend like you don't understand what's going on, right?
No.
What are you doing?
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad, what? But what are
I
you...
got pushed
Okay,
over.
but you got pushed over because you were...
In the way.
Right, and you keep doing all these kind of goofy things, and then you go, why is everybody being like this? Like right now. Like I'm not going to say something to
The
you.
movie's still sitting here on the counter.
What movie?
Come on, guys.
Wait, yeah.
No, they're not going to be here for the whole thing.
You know, this is all just it's all designed to keep us where we are, guys. I don't remember exactly what I was talking about because having kids is so much fun. But just understand, like, it's all designed to work against us. It's all designed to keep us fighting us so we're not worried about them. You know? The whole trans in sports and all that thing. Talk about a dumb distraction that's totally unnecessary. I mean, how many people think that trans athletes should go against, like, used to be guys, should be allowed to compete with women? I mean, if the women want it, yeah. But if the women don't agree to it, then why would that be okay? Why don't we just have trans sports? Why don't we just have its own, why doesn't the trans stuff have its own league? It just seems strange to me that this is such a big issue. And then, of course, you know, there's a reason why Pride Month is in June. Because it's such a great distraction for everything Israel does in May. You know, because May is usually when Passover happens. And Passover is when they like to kill as many people as they can. But instead of us worried about it, we're distracted by, oh, that guy likes to sleep with that guy. You know, and I think the thing with the gay stuff is, like, I used to think it was because a lot of people were closet. And I still think that there are a lot of those people. But I think more so what you see is a bunch of insecure people who, they're like, look, I'm white, I'm reasonably good looking, I have I have a good job and I believe in God and why am I so insecure? Why am I so, uncomfortable in my own skin? Why is the guy who's supposed to be uncomfortable, he's supposed to be embarrassed by himself? Why is he all flamboyant and out and looks like he's enjoying himself and he's not scared and he's not insecure? He's supposed to be. I am. I think that's where so much of it comes from. So many people are just so insecure and the Jays play off of that. The Jays play off of your insecurities and your anger. They have so many of you believing you're depressed and you need fucking crazy brown acid medication instead of being the good people they have you. It's okay. They just don't want to play the Switch today. It's all good. No, you don't. Well, as of now, you're not. So let's fix that. Why is she yelling? Because parents never yell at children. Stupid. It's just ridiculous how fucking insane you guys, how desperate you are. It's like, see, again, this is what, thank you for proving the point. Thank you again. This person is so desperate to prove something wrong that they're listening in the background and they hear my wife yelling at her. "Ah!" Instead of actually engaging or addressing anything said. Desperation. It's all desperation. And it's so clear, Again, if they could say something, they would. But they can't. There's no justifying Jayism. As soon as you get past the faith aspect of it, well, we're God's chosen people and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't believe in your stupid Bible that you wrote and gave to the Goyim so they would be foolish and good slaves. I don't believe it. Oh, that's anti-Semitism. That's anti-Semitism. Yeah, well, I'm proud of it because I know what words mean. And I'm anti-supremacy. No one deserves favor. No one deserves to have their crimes overlooked and all that shit because they believe in something that makes them superior. Like there's no negative to it. Like I can't understand why if you were a woman, you would want to be one of them. But as far as the men go, it's all benefit, other than the disgusting circumcision part. The cutting and sucking. But these are the things that you point out, and they don't have any answers for this. Why do you guys find women's vaginas so disgusting? It's fucking weird. But it's if you look at how our society reflects their view, like we as Goyim, we didn't support women being subjugated and all that. Yeah, we were shown it on all the TV shows and all, but we don't want that. What were we showed basically up until like the 90s? Right? We were shown the blonde who talks like this and who's super ditzy. Dee-dee-dee-dee. And that was supposed to be hot. Marilyn Monroe was supposed to be hot. We were supposed to think of women as who looks at it like that? We didn't look at it like that. They presented it to us like that, and we did it for years because we didn't know any better. But as the world opened up and as we started communicating more with each other and different options became available, we were like, no, we want smart women. We don't want to treat our women like that. You guys treat your women like that. Yeah, they're disgusting and like the men, the husbands, If the wife has the audacity to ask the husband to say, pass me the spoon or something like that during that 7 days, he puts it on the table and then she picks it up. He doesn't hand her anything. She is disgusting. Do you understand how crazy that is? Do you, like, how many of you support that? You know, how many of you want your woman to be seen and not heard? And how many of you, you know, think your woman should walk behind you and all that shit? That's all shit they put on us. And we just resisted it. Oh, year after father knows best and all that shit. We just resisted it. We resisted all of their shit. Look at the desperation. There's actually a woman on here, supposedly. A woman on here who's not like, yeah, women should have equal blah, blah. Nope. She's got something dumb and desperate. Is this the same woman that watches every day for hours at a time these same Team Jorge bot profiles? And that's literally all it is, guys. The Jays are terrified of me. They're terrified of me. The last thing they want is someone like me getting a voice. Because they know I'm going to convince everybody I talk to. You know, and you might not agree with me at first, but all I'm doing is planting seeds. I plant a bunch of seeds. and once you leave here and you go look at the everyday world and you see how the presentation is presented, how the narrative is given to us, once you see it, you don't unsee it. You know, everybody understands, like, again, that who is in charge and that we're not supposed to talk about them. And that's my goal, is to get us to realize why are, you know, if I have all of these thoughts and I have all of these ideas, who do I talk to? Other than going live to the world and saying, okay, this is how I think. If I'm wrong, please tell me. How else am I going to get the answers I'm looking for? There's nowhere to go, like, officially. It's so funny. All of these clowns, like, they're here because I allow you to be here. Don't you get it? I'm your God. As soon as I decide you're not allowed to be here anymore, you're not allowed to be here anymore. You'll just have to prove my point by making another fake profile. But, like, I mean, again, this is the Israel that says, if you open up the books on Israel, it demonizes Israel. Well, if Israel wasn't doing anything wrong, you couldn't demonize them. Right? I'm lucky. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Truth is sexy. It doesn't matter. You know, you could try to avoid it. You could try to say, you know, I don't like what this guy's saying. It's the truth. When it's the truth, it's attractive. And you're drawn to it. And you'll keep coming back day after day after day. So that's what you do. Because you're a follower. And followers, we need them. Followers are okay. You know? Most of the world are followers. It's just, what are you following? Is it something good, or is it same old shit? You know, are you following the rest of the lemmings over the cliff? Or are you turning around and being like, hey, F you Jays. F you Jays. This is 2025. This should be our year, man. This should be the year that we overthrow them. You know, the thing is it happens quickly. Once the fucking avalanche begins, it happens quickly. It may take, years for enough shit to build up before that avalanche happens. But once that shit happens, it happens, and it happens quickly, and it's unstoppable. And that's the thing they're worried about. They worry about that unstoppable avalanche happening. So they're doing everything they can to try to shoot the messenger, to try to prevent it from happening, because they can't. Listen, the easiest way to prevent the avalanche would be to debunk the cause. Explain to me why the Jays are better and why they should be allowed to murder people, and why they should be allowed to violate children left and right, and all that. But what? Just explain it, and then you stop it. You prevent the avalanche. Anything other than that, and it's happening. It's gonna happen. Look at the schools. Look at all the universities and colleges and shit. It's not getting reported, but it's still happening. The Goyim are still standing up all over the country, rich and poor, standing up and saying, hey, stop this genocide. And the longer it goes, and the more Michael Rappaports and John Lovitz's and Jerry Seinfeld's that come out of the woodwork saying, if you don't support the bombing, then you don't support the Jays. Like, they're the ones that align themselves with it, with the genocide. They're the ones that say, there's nothing different between Israel, the Jays, and the genocide. You have to, it's all one. When you have stupid Michael Rappaport, we need to rescue our hostages. Those aren't our hostages. There are no real hostages. There are no real hostages, and no Israelis were killed on October 7th, 2023. None. It's all bullshit. It's all just a bunch of lies and bullshit. And it's easily provable. Where are the funerals? Chubby! Come here. It's when you look at bullshit narratives like the Samantha Wool story. So for those of you that don't know, Samantha Wool was killed on October 21st, 2023, here in Detroit. She was found in her front yard, having been stabbed a bunch of times, at like 6:30 in the morning on October 21st. She was found dead. She's a high-ranking J in this area. The scene from every single Criminal Minds and all that bullshit I've been forced to watch, the scene was clearly that of a relationship, a domestic situation. The multiple stab wounds, where they were, all that. The fact that nothing was taken from the house. The narrative is that this dumb bitch went to a wedding and got so drunk that when she drove home and got home, she forgot to close her front door. And apparently she had the most state-of-the-art security system for some reason, some high-ranking Epstein-like Israeli security system. But it sensed the movements in her house. And it showed that even though she never closed her front door, she was up fucking around until like 1:30, 2 in the morning, something like that. And then again at 4 in the morning. At around 4 in the morning is when the thing happened. Now, like, there's so much evidence to show that it's her boyfriend that did it, especially the fact that after the fact, a few weeks later, he called the police on himself. and said that he believes he killed his girlfriend, and that he just doesn't remember it. And he said it was because, and then the confession was thrown out, and he was given immunity in the trial because he said he had taken a double dose of his psych meds and hit his weed pipe 4 times, and that made him call and give a faulty confession to a murder he of his girlfriend that he didn't actually do. Like, the whole thing just reeks of bullshit. Start to finish reeks of bullshit. And they tried to pin it on this black dude who was in the neighborhood casing cars, who admitted to stumbling across her dead body, finding this dead white girl sitting on the lawn, and was like, oh shit, I want nothing to do with that, and ran the fuck away. Didn't rob her, didn't do anything, just ran the fuck away. There was also another person seen leaving the crime scene by cameras that resembled her boyfriend, but he was a J, by the way. Her boyfriend was also a J. Go figure. But the very best part of this narrative is, remember I said she was found dead on October 21st, 2023, at around 6:30 in the morning by one of her neighbors walking by. The newspapers on October 22nd, 2023, the early morning edition, talks about how her funeral was beautiful and was attended by well over 1,000 people. Now think about that. It's October 22nd's newspaper, and she was found dead at 6:30 a.m. on October 21st. Like, this is one of those things where I don't care what side you're on. You know, I don't care what you believe in. Shit, even you dumb pedos. Is it possible for a high-ranking member of society to be killed, found dead, 6:30 in the morning, and have a funeral that same day? At the very least, isn't there an investigation? I mean, again, look at how desperate the comments have gotten. Why don't these people want you guys to know about this story? Why aren't these people, you know, they're dumb Jays, so why aren't they all defending Samantha Wool? She's one of them. Why does it seem like everything that the trolls want me, they don't want me talking about this story? But again, I don't care who you are. If you're not, if the idea of somebody being a high-ranking member of society being killed and found dead at 6:30 in the morning, and nobody knows, they don't know what happened. Like, they didn't arrest the black guy at first, and the boyfriend didn't confess for weeks. Like this, they had no idea what was going on. They had to get footage, and they had to get the security. There had to be an investigation. At the very least, how would the autopsy bypass all of the other people that had an autopsy already that day? And then how would the funeral parlor bypass anybody else that might have had a funeral? Because there's funerals like every fucking day. So how did this person's funeral just override everyone else? And I mean, think about the logistics of it. It wasn't like it was a nighttime funeral. How do you get 1,000+ people? Like, they just drop what they're doing and run over to your funeral? What about any relatives that they may have out of state? Of course Naomi's a regular here. All of these fucking clowns are. They hate me so much they come here to get called pedophile and prove my point. Like I literally I couldn't pay for like a better constituency, you know? Like Biggie said, you're no one till people hate you. But it's the haters that do the most. It's the haters that are the most loyal. They come every day. They have something, you know, they're the ones that make my video. They're the ones that build my numbers. And they're too stupid to realize it. Like, it's amazing. It's just amazing. And like I say, you know, it's not like they're smart enough to actually engage in anything. Anybody with any sort of intelligence goes, hey, you can't have a funeral the day of the killing. Shit just doesn't work that well. Right? It doesn't work that well. And if you're just here to troll, again, why wouldn't trolls troll newscasters, troll government people, troll for something good? If the goal is just to fuck with people, why wouldn't you fuck with people and call them out for not, you know, not reporting the genocide properly, not reporting, not going after all these church pedos? You know, why don't they ever do anything along those lines? Instead, they want to stop the guy who says we should cut off Israel and use that money to kill pedos. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. You just want to troll. That's all it is. You just want to troll. Fucking ridiculous. Like, everything you guys say is just stupid. And again, it's everything to avoid or try to get other people to avoid thinking about Samantha Wool. Think about Samantha Wool, man. Make that make sense. Think about how fucking stupid these guys are. This is just, it's, I couldn't ask for better. I really couldn't. Because I know it seems negative to some, but to me, it's like it's obvious. You know, who else is going to be, other than Jay Pedos, who else is going to be mad at me? Who else is, it's Christmas morning, and all of these same trolls are here every day. It's Christmas morning. They've been here for almost an hour and a half. Been here since 8:30 on a Christmas morning. And it's because I'm meaningless. I'm terrible. I must be doing things wrong that I can get an audience this big on a Christmas morning. Yeah, it must be. I must be wrong. Anyway, it's my birthday. Lots of 46 here. Ooh, all this 46. Ooh. Can't believe it's 46. Can't believe it. But as always, as my Christmas present to you, my birthmas present to you, go get your free download. www.the-bilderberg, bilderberg-group.com. It's free. I mean, it is Christmas, so you might as well throw $5 in there too. But all we ever ask is that you share it with someone. I'd rather you keep that $5 and share it with someone. Like, I'm paying you $5 to share it with someone. There's also going to be a link to our Facebook page, to our song Putin Work, which is a pretty good one. I like Putin Work. So go share stuff. Go help. Go make this thing. Go give us the voice we need to have. Because there's not enough of us out here calling these piece of shit Jays out for what they are. So everybody, all you non-pedos, have a wonderful day. And enjoy your celebration with your family. The religious aspect is just some clown show shit. But everyone else, you know, have a great day. And you pedos, absolutely 100% kill yourself.